Today we're going to review how to do quadratic regression on our Ti-Nspire. I have some data here that compares the speed in miles per hour to the fuel efficiency in miles per gallon. We're going to use this data to write a quadratic function that approximates the data and use that quadratic function to figure out what would be the best speed in order to maximize our fuel efficiency or our miles per gallon. I'm going to move this data over to the side. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to open a new document. We don't need to save anything, and we're going to add lists and spreadsheets. So we're going to label the first column MPH for miles per hour, and we're going to enter our data. So we have 20, 24, 30, 36, 40, 45, 50, 56, 60, and 70. Then our dependent variable is going to be our miles per gallon, or our fuel efficiency. So I'm going to arrow down and I'm going to enter in 14.5. 17.5, 21.2, 23.7, 25.2, 25.8, 25.8, 25.1, 24.0, and 19.5. Okay. Now that I have my data, I can go ahead and do my quadratic regression. I'm going to go to Menu, Statistics, Stat Calculations, and this time I'm going to choose Quadratic Regression. My independent variable is going to be my miles per hour. My dependent variable is going to be my miles per gallon. This should be whatever you labeled your first and second columns. My regression equation is going to be saved to F1, and I'm going to say OK. Now it gave me several pieces of data. It told me that the coefficient of that x squared is going to be negative 0.014 approximately. The coefficient of x is going to be 1.366. The coefficient of c is going to be negative 7, or sorry, the c value is going to be negative 7.114. And then the last value it gives me is the r squared. And the r squared is going to tell me how strong of a quadratic correlation do I have. And since this is very close to the number 1, I know that this is going to be a very strong model for my data. Okay, now if I want to graph my data, I'm going to press the dot key, and I'm going to insert a graph page. If I arrow up, you're going to see that I have my regression equation stored there already, so I want to make sure to press Enter to graph it. Now I don't see it right now because my window hasn't been set up, but what I can do is enter the scatter plot, and then that's going to help me find an appropriate window. So we're going to go to Menu, Graph Entry, choose Scatter Plot. For my independent variable, I'm going to put miles per hour. For my dependent variable, I'm going to put miles per gallon, and I'm going to press Enter. Again, I don't see anything, so I can do this. I can go to Menu, Window Zoom, and I can choose Zoom Data, and that's going to zoom in on all of the points that I put in my list and spreadsheets. So the parabola here is our regression equation, and all of the points are the data points from our table. Now I can use this regression equation in order to make predictions. For instance, I can go to Menu Trace, Graph Trace, and I can find different fuel efficiencies based on miles per hour. So for instance, if I type in 25, that means that it's predicted that if I drive 25 miles per hour, I would get 18.2 miles per gallon. Now the question asks us to figure out what would be how I would reach my maximum fuel efficiency, my maximum miles per gallon. So looking here, I'm looking for my highest point on the parabola. So I'm going to go to Menu, Analyze Graph, and choose area, and it tells me that my maximum is at 48.4566, 25.9571. This tells me that if I drive approximately 48 miles per hour, I'm going to get the best fuel economy, which is going to be approximately 25, almost 26 miles per gallon.